Okay, I think it's really red.
It always looks this way on screen. I look like an alcoholic.
It's the red.
Or like I have a cold or something.
It's the reddest I've ever seen it on TV.
I don't know.
I think you should remember those little nose socks I wanted to buy you. Maybe.
I just need to put powder on it. It's like I have no idea why it's so red.
It must be the light. Okay, everyone.
Because look at it in person. It doesn't look that red. It does not look that red.
I know, it doesn't look that red. Okay, everyone, this is Marita Steva, one who catches lightning with the path of Ish, spelled IX-Ish. Thanks, everyone who's liked my page. I'm up over 600, and have some great followers, over 2,000 followers on Instagram, and let's keep building that. More to come, fun things to come with the path of Ish, but today is our duo day, and this is my lovely wife, because people keep wondering why we're so close. That's why.
Oh my God, Damon, when I saw Damon yesterday, he said, "Where's your friend?" Stephanie was like, "Damon, that's her wife." That's her wife. He was like, "Oh, where is she?"
He likes me.
Yeah, he does. I spoke Spanish to them again.
Oh, yeah, they love
enjoyed it. Anyway, yes, my name is Rose with Love by Design, and I am the wife to this incredible creature right here. Creature. And this is Ice Cream Sundays. I think part of the reason my nose is red is because I'm having really bad allergies.
Oh, yeah. Didn't you take any allergy pills?
Oh, it doesn't seem to do anything. So we do this every Sunday, 3 p.m. San Francisco time, live all over the world, and we are coming to you today hot. You're coming in hot. I mean,
I literally just got here.
So bear with us.
And this is the thing. LA, I used to not like LA. Well, this is the thing. I didn't even know LA. I had this big. This is the thing.
Let's do a game where we count how many times Marita says "this is the thing" on this episode.
This is the thing.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Let me tell you. Anyways, and recently I've been going down to LA a lot, and I am amazed by the energy of spirit that's down there. I mean, it's the city of angels, of course, you know, who would have thought? But we have these ideas of LA in our minds that we see in movies, or, oh my God, it's crowded. And I'm from Mexico City. I mean, it's not that bad, right? LA's nothing, right? And so I've been just pleasantly surprised by serendipity. And I was talking to someone about that yesterday. And today when I was, rushing to come here, I usually Uber, and I was like, you know what? I saw the cabs out there. I'm like, I'm just going to take a cab. Thank God I took a cab, because the taxi driver knew his way around to get around these like huge messes more than an Uber driver, because the Uber drivers just follow their little turn left, turn right. He's like, no, I'll get you there, So, I'm just going to say thank you to LA. It has been so warm and gracious to me. It has kicked my butt a few times. I've met people who really challenged me, and I never thought they would, and I'm just grateful for it. And the community down there is so welcoming. San Francisco is not really a welcoming town. LA is like, who are you? Whatever. Okay, come meet this person and meet this person. And just so much more open to different ethnicities, different ways of life, sexualities, and things like that. And they, it's funny. I was sitting down with some famous people last night that were at my table. And when I told them I was a shaman, like, oh, that's awesome. They didn't even blink an eye, because, one of the times that I was down in LA, I was just at a little corner store, literally a corner store, right? A little corner liquor store. And they had copal in the takeaway thing, those little buy up. I was like, you have copal and dragon's blood. So I'm falling in love with LA. More and more of what it has and what it is on the grid line of the world. And so I want to just thank LA for everything that it's given me. It always gives me insight when I'm there. I usually have huge downloads when I'm there. So I just want to say thank you to LA, and to an amazing, very kind United pilot who we chatted for a while. But yeah, so it was a good quick trip, and we'll keep. I'll get back to work over here. So Annie, thank you so much. Permission for any message. So do you want a card or a clearing, right? We try to be specific here because specificity gives power. You know, the power of words, the power of asking is the power of surrender. And surrender is something that I've been working on a lot lately. And it's blowing my mind, literally blowing my mind. So Annie, if you could let us know if it's a card or a clearing. If it's a card, please give us direction, right? So if it's love life, even be more specific. Right? If it's family, be even more specific, right? And then also...
can I cut in for a second?
And just give permission as well.
So when we talk about specificity, here's another way to think about it. I have been doing a lot of training in authentic relating this year. My wife calls it the circle. She thinks I'm in a cult. But I want to talk to you about one of the practices of authentic relating, which is revealing your inner experience. So when you are asking a question, you could be like, I want guidance on my love life. Just reveal a little bit more about what is the conflict or question that's going on inside of you. You don't have to have a yes or no question, but really, and this is a really powerful tool to have in a relationship, is to look inside and really dig under and be like, what is it that I really want to know? Or actually, often what I've noticed, people ask questions they know the answer to, when what they're really wanting to know is, how can I find comfort with the fact that I'm not okay with what's happening, or, you know, etc. So really, if you can just close your eyes and take a minute and take a deep breath in and look inside yourself and ask yourself, what is the thing you really are trying to get help with? And then ask us that, because we love answering real questions that are like beefy. We are using today the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. Won't even talk about Doreen Virtue right now. It doesn't matter. Already, I've been shuffling these cards, and this card has already come up multiple times at the bottom of either the place where I cut the cards or the bottom of the whole deck. It's Bridget, and her whole thing is don't back down, stand up for what you believe is right. So I think we got a theme coming here already. Excuse me, because my allergies are just so bad. I may have to periodically just, you know, be awkward on screen. So anyway, card or ice cream chakra clearing. That's why we named this thing Ice Cream Sundays, by the way, in case you wanted to know why is a spiritual show named after ice cream. It's all because of the ice cream chakra clearings that we do. Oop, there's a fly. And if you haven't had one before, I would encourage you to just take the plunge and try one out. This is distance energy healing that we're doing, but we're doing it in a unique way that nobody else is doing it, in terms of the playfulness, in terms of the integration of smell and sound and taste and just all these different things, and memory in a different way. So it's kind of fun, and it's basically us channeling, but channeling like totally different stuff that people normally channel. Anyway, interesting. Marita, my lovely assistant and wife, is taking down people's names in the order that they're asking. And it sounds like somebody's on the counter. Oh, okay. Okay, so Annie, we've got you chakra clearing. You'll be first with permission. Joe, you want to chakra clearing? Please write permission granted. Tara Smith. Yes, we got you. Did you give permission? I just want to make sure you gave permission. I can't read my writing today. So Tara Smith, I need permission from you. Joe from you. Tracy from you. And Marita. Tracy, I think. I'm going to throw something else in the mix right now. My birthday is right around the corner. Yes. Okay? It's actually a week from Monday.
Yes, Tracy gave permission.
So for my birthday month, October, we are going to do a special. Well, I'm going to do a special. I don't know if you're going to participate or not. I'm going to do a special reading for $38 because I'm turning 38. Yay! I know. I look like a baby. Look at my skin. It's so fabulous. I'm just kidding. And I have the nose of an alcoholic right now on this video. So $38 for a private reading. The reading will be sent to you, so no need to worry about crazy scheduling or anything like that. The reading is just going to be sent directly to you. You are going to let me know if you want a general reading. Oh, you could do a general reading in the private one. Or if you want a reading on a specific question. My specialty, of course, is love and relationships. And another thing that is a huge specialty of mine that I'm developing in my practice is, what are the parts of yourself that you have shut down, ignored, hidden, disowned? How can you bring those parts in? In relationship, for example, let me just give you an example. If you're in a relationship and you're having a really hard time and you want help understanding why, you could maybe ask the question, what are the parts of myself that I am shutting down that are causing this conflict, right? Sometimes we will, for the sake of relationship, we will try to avoid abandonment by like denying parts of ourselves. It's a huge dynamic, right? So if you are interested in getting a reading by me during the month of October, this is, like I said, a special offer. Let us know in the comments. Hashtag, what should the hashtag be? I am so annoyed there's a little fly in here. What should the hashtag be? 38.
Libra? You're a Libra.
Hashtag Libra love.
There you go. Libra love, which is about balance.
I know. So, and not the kind of balance that's like snoozeville, but like the kind of balance where you're like, I was just talking to somebody about this today. Balance sounds really boring. Like, oh, eat a balanced meal. But really, balance is more like this tabletop, this wide tabletop that's balanced on this tiny little point. So it's like, oh my God, there's so much happening all the time to create balance. It's a very active process. So if you want a private card reading from me during the month of October, hashtag Libra love. Super crazy special. Let us know.
Okay, let's go. Don't. We got a few chakra clearings to start off.
I bet you're just happy as a
I love it. Oh, Maritza's Libra loving it.
Yes, Marita. Let's do it.
Maritza, your post was hilarious today about having 4 seasons in one day, and California's like, hold my beer. They went from fire warnings to blizzard to winter warnings to like it was crazy. Okay,
that is crazy.
Okay, Annie, here we go. We're gonna start with you. Ring the magical little bell. One day we are gonna do a whole musical, Ice Cream Sundays, and we're just gonna sing everything.
Oh my God! Maybe we should do it on the Sunday before my birthday.
There you go.
What's this person's name? Annie?
Annie. So we're going to do a chakra clearing for Annie. Joe is next. So let's start the chakra clearing. Oh, yeah. You got to look something up.
Okay. And then can you turn on the thing?
Yeah. Did you get something? So funny that I got that. Okay, so
what does that even mean?
I know. So Annie, we got some interesting things. I got some flavors for you. Primarily pumpkin is what came through, and the seeds of the pumpkin.
Oh, I got a totally different flavor.
But another thing that I got was this image of a molcajete, right? A molcajete is this. Let's see, I just pulled it up. It's one of these. I don't know if you've ever seen them. It's for grinding. They're Mexican, and it's where you grind, your herbs, your things like that. It's used for cooking. And so one of the things coming in for you is about synergy, right? What are you putting into the mix of your chakras? What are you putting into the mix of your life and stuff like that? One of the things you need to let go is your fear of abandonment. That's coming in really strong. And so, yes, thank you. Should put a timer on, or else I'll just go off for hours. So what it is asking you is to, to combine, to start unifying your practices, right? Start bringing them and kind of create your own mole, right? Mole has 17 different, minimum of 17 different ingredients, right? Pumpkin sometimes is one of them, and seeds is sometimes one of them. So what I see here is a molcajete in this grinding of this mole ice cream. Sounds delicious. I'll eat it. For your first chakra, which is your connection to Mother Earth, your connection to family, your sense of home, your sense of receptivity. So this is kind of like a mixing, right? A mixing of ancient traditions, new traditions, old stories, new stories, and making sure that you're not adding things to the mix that are going to offset the flavor of integration, right? Not too much acid, right? Everything in balance. Like
what chakra is this for?
First chakra.
Oh, okay.
I almost called you Laura. I don't know. Everything in balance, like the Libra here said. So what did you get?
I got one of my favorite fruits, the delicious lychee, or lychee, depending on how you have been taught to say it. So lychee is just, I mean, it's fabulous. It's sweet. Have you ever had lychee? Like fresh ones, where you actually peel it and it's like has a big seed inside, and the skins are red, usually red or green. They're definitely I would say if you grew up in the US and you were not exposed to them growing up, they're an acquired taste, because many people are like, whoa, I hate the texture, or, oh, I love them. They're delicious. And many places where you grow up, they're just like, that's like the fruit that you grow up on. It's not a weird tropical fruit, right? So the energy of lychee is really about, it's like the triple good luck charm, it's like romance, beauty, good luck. It's like all the good things. That is what lychee really symbolizes. And lychee is all about sweetness. It's sweet. It's delicious. You can have it in cocktails. Lychee ice cream is perfect for like summer. We are on the tail end of summer right now. We technically are in autumn, but there's something about this that's just like, it's not crazy complicated, And I'm getting the sense that that is what you need in your life right now. You need some sweetness, some good luck, some beauty, some happiness, some financial success, whatever it is that's not overly complicated. It's just like, great, awesome, I won $4 on a lottery ticket. Like, just happy little, yay. It doesn't have to be a novella of struggle and strife to just have like a happy day. And that, I think, is what's coming through for you. It's just to have some brightness, happiness, lightness, easiness. I don't know what you do for work, but I'm getting the sense that your job may be challenging or complicated. Something in your life brings the possibility of like, it lends itself to having a lot of really complicated days where it's like, am I happy? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of satisfied, I guess, but not just like happy, like simple happy, right? Yeah. So that lychee ice cream, that is going to be actually for your throat chakra, interestingly enough, which I see as an interesting spot, particularly because it's between your mind and your heart. And sometimes that path between the head and the heart, that's where things get really complicated, right? Our heads are so busy. We have so much going on in here. We make it a lot more complicated than it needs to be sometimes. And our hearts can do the same thing in very different ways, right? So this is like to sort of bring that positivity. It's not directly because of the speaking and outward expression aspect of the throat chakra. It's more because of its location between these other two chakras, which is different. Sometimes it might be about like the purpose of the chakra itself. But in this case, it's because of the flow of energy between the two.
Oh, she's a tattoo artist.
What? Where?
Awesome.
That's interesting. So now I'm curious how this is landing for you.
She says, sounds delicious. Definitely saw red when I closed my eyes. Very accurate, working on being grounded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. So I would recommend to you, just as an afterthought or kind of an additional little piece of little recommendation based on this clearing, is that it would be a good idea for you to find things that are really like simple pleasures. You know, like for example, there's a couple for me that I can think of right off the top. Hula hooping, roller skating, really, really simple, silly little things that are just like lighthearted. You know, it doesn't take a lot of crazy thinking. It's fun. It's easy. You know, maybe it's not easy actually, but I have a good time doing it. So think about lighthearted, simple, pleasurable activities and just like bring those back in a little bit, because I'm getting the sense that you really need that in your life right now. Cool.
Okay, let's disconnect from that. Thank you. Let's give a shout out to Jonna, who is being super awesome and helping me out. She reminded me that I had to share.
You didn't share it anymore?
I didn't share. I was off on my tirade about LA.
Yeah.
So thank you, Jonna. And that, yeah, no, I didn't. So,
well,
so thank you for Jonna, and she's also telling the newbies how everything goes. So thank you so much. Art isn't very complicated. People are though. Oh my God.
Especially
specifically
permanent
tattoo
art.
Jeez,
I mean,
man, I have a tattoo artist that I work a lot with, and her and I, we just like, I give her like free range. You know, I give her an idea, and then just I'm like, whatever you want. You know, she's like, is the positioning good? I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. You know, and we go. And then I see her work with other people, and I'm like, oh, wow, that's tough. Oh, she was dreaming about bicycles last night.
Yay, perfect.
Okay, so let's move on. Okay, let's move on to Joe.
So did you just share it in a couple places?
Yeah,
so okay, so wait, just a second. So for those of you who might just be joining us, I just wanted to reintroduce ourselves. My name is Rose with Love by Design.
Marita, one who catches lightning with the path of IX.
This is Ice Cream Sundays, and we do this every Sunday at 3 p.m. San Francisco time. We offer free single card readings and also ice cream chakra clearings, hence the name Ice Cream Sundays. We have a list of people going, and then at the end, we will also do a card and a clearing for the entire group. So if you don't get on our list today, stick around for the card and clearing for the group and join our group, Ice Cream Sundays with Nougats of Truth, and you can get on right at the beginning and get on the list and get on the reading list and da-da-da-da-da. I'm also offering a special that's going to start in the month of October. That is actually a $38 private reading on a question of your choice, or it could be a general guidance reading. I'm turning 38 on October 7th, so this is a birthday special from me to you. If you are interested, hashtag Libra love. And I know there's some other Libras in the house, so love to all the Libras. All right, we're going to keep moving on.
Okay, Joe, what's your chakra fairy?
Such different energy. It's interesting.
So the flavor I'm getting for you, Joe, is cherry. Right? So what's coming in, because it's kind of really distorted, that it's pretty kind of all over the place, is focus, right? And it's also the balance of the sweet and the tart, right? Cherries can be in that nice, beautiful balance of sweet and tart, and you have to know when to pick them. And they're also, oh God, the cherry tree blossoms are so gorgeous, you know? So this is talking about being true to yourself, right? Not hiding, not creating from a not creating from a reality that's informed by trauma. To be able to look at your past. And I'm going to tell this quick story, really quick. And Rose was there, so we were out walking with her friend, and her friend was telling us about her friend who is in stage 4 breast cancer. And she's just this very holy woman, that's the only way you can kind of say it. Very serene and very knowing what she's doing, and she's holding space for people even now. And my friend asked her, what is forgiveness? And she sent a voice recording back, and she was talking about how forgiveness she's beyond forgiveness. You're like, well, how can you be beyond forgiveness? Because forgiveness is that idea that something was wronged, and knowing, and sometimes you have this idea of a person and it could be better, but it's going back to a moment and understanding that the moment you accept the moment for what it was, you accept the people for who they were, wherever they are in their struggle or in their life or in their victory or anything like that, and just being able to accept what is. She goes, I don't need to forgive because I accept it all. I was just like, holy mother F, right? And it's been something that was on my heart as I was driving here, hangry, right? But also just, can we get to that point, even if people have wronged us in like violent ways, where we can accept that, and just be like, okay, we're all humans, we're all creatures, we're informed by different things, and we do things, and there's reactions, right? And so can our action be peace? Can we be big enough to hold whatever happens? And she came from a very violent background, actually. Her family rejected her, just a lot of stuff, and she's at peace with all of it, So one of the things coming in is with that cherry is that, I think of the cherry blossoms and how they bloom, and that color and how fragile they are, but how also beautiful and strong they are. So the cherry is coming in for your throat, and that seed, to not get it stuck in your throat. Make sure that you're speaking words of love to yourself, because we can only be the best for others and for nature and for everything if we have self-love. So we have to accept all parts of ourselves. So that's what I do at the Path of Ish. It's really, working with your shadows, which is about accepting all parts of yourself, not abandoning anything, and just knowing, okay, this is who I was in this moment. I did my best. I did my best, even if I was informed with trauma. Okay.
I'm going to ring this bell, not because we're moving on to the next person, but I just feel like I kept on feeling like we needed to do this to just bring a little different energy into this clearing. Not from what you were doing, but just from, I'm not going to explain it anymore. So Joe, the flavor that I got for you is actually honey ice cream. And this is to bring in sweetness and wildness for you. This is for it's really a combination of the lower 3 chakras, but primarily the first chakra and the third chakra. And the first chakra is the top most important one that this clearing is going to be addressing. The honey ice cream is to bring in sweetness and wildness and connection to nature and beauty. When I connected to your energy, I felt this. I felt this was so deeply needed right now for you. And this is actually something that I'm developing a series of offerings for around this issue of wildness, wildness in ourselves, wildness in our love lives, wildness in our business, wildness in our relationships, right? What do we value? But what I want you to picture, in addition to imagining, honey, it has so many different flavors, right? Honey, I brought honey back from Ghana when I was in Ghana, and it was so intense. It was really dark and spicy. You know, I don't know if you've ever had like orange blossom honey or honey that comes from very specific trees and flowers. They all taste different, but they all have this like wildness, this spiciness, this floral. They bring the nature in, they distill it into this sweet, delicious honey. So if you can imagine, along with imagining the delicious taste of honey ice cream, is imagine you're like inside of a basement, you know, and the walls are just kind of like, whoa, like mildewy, and there's, you know, like they're just like dirty, white, kind of dank. It's kind of dark, you know, it's kind of depressing. There's like pipes overhead. You know, the carpet's kind of dirty. It's just a funky place to be. It's not, there's, you know, not that there's anything wrong with dark, moist basements, but the vibe of this experience that I want you to have, or just tune into for a minute, is being in a funky space. Our environments have a big impact on how we feel. Huge impact on how we feel, okay? I want you to imagine, if you can, you know, just give it a try, walking up a staircase and turning a corner and then opening a door and seeing that you are on the ground floor of a building, and you can feel the breeze coming from an open door to your left, and you just walk out that door to your left, and outside the air is alive. You know, the breeze is blowing. There's flowers blooming around you, heather, and it's warm, and you can hear the bees buzzing around you. You can smell the sweetness. There's pollen in the air, you know. Connect to that. That is what this clearing is to connect you to. It's that wildness, that sweetness, being out and alive in nature. And I would highly recommend, if you have any time, to just step outside and stand in the wind and, you know, smell the air, whatever the temperature or weather is where you are, and just reconnect to that for a minute. And it'll help reconnect you to the beauty and the sweetness and the wildness of what it is to be alive, you know, in every moment. Sometimes it's hard to be here, but this is for you right now. Connect to that sweetness of being here. All right.
Okay, thank you.
That's it.
Okay. Tara Smith, we got a card, and then we're going to go to Crystal Atkins, and then Tracy Dobbs, and then Marita. Bam, bam, bam.
Can you clear it again really quick? Thank you.
Tara
Smith, thank you.
Yeah, Tara Smith. She wants a card. Her house is under construction. Should she rent or buy? Well, we can consult the cards. But we can also see that right now, mortgage rates are at the lowest that they've ever been. And I think they're going to go up soon.
We are not financial advisors.
We're not financial advisors, but we'll see what the card says.
But we have
Mariana, how are you? Mariana Beach, how are you? I still don't know how to share with your new group, Mariana. So I didn't. So let me know how in the future if I can share. And we'll go from there. Thanks so much, Mariana. It's always good to have you and your you and your ancestors and your vibration on here. Should I rent or should I buy?
I'm seriously telling you, this has been like 4 times now.
So my wife, for some reason, keeps pulling this card 4 times. This is her 4th time. Bridget, don't back down.
Today, it's just been over and over. And in a different place in the deck every single time. This is not like me just doing a bad job of shuffling.
No, because she's a really good shuffler.
Thanks,
we play cards all the time. Well, I mean, not cards. I mean, Uno. So here it is. Here's Bridget again. Stand up for what you believe is right. And look at that flame, right? That flame of the heart, you know. Don't back down. You know, one of the things, Tara, and with conversation, do you rent, do you buy, do you rent, do you buy? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you want me to
go?
Oh, okay.
Go.
So here's the thing. I have a strong sense underneath this question that you probably have an inkling about what you really want to do.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. So, it's not too hard to figure out. This card is telling you that the important thing is that you actually follow your intuition and your insight and do what you want to do instead of backing down from it because of fear, because somebody tells you that's not a good idea. It's really about listening. So I think you probably have a strong sense already which direction you want to go, or if you're leaning in one direction. And here, I just want to make space for the fact you may be leaning towards something that you actually don't want to do. So this is a reminder. Sometimes we will have a habit of overcorrecting towards a path that we don't want because we are so, we've been told so many times that we can't trust our intuition. We don't have sense. We don't have the ability to follow through with like choices we make, whatever it is. Those messages can sometimes give us the habit of actually doing the things we don't want to do instead of leaning towards the things that we do want to do and still being questioning, right? So I would really encourage you to get really clear and strong. And this card is telling you too, it's not just don't back down, it's get really clear about what you want. Because otherwise, what are you not backing down from? I have no idea, right? So that is a pretty clear message, I think. I would be curious to hear in the comments from you whether you do have an intuitive sense of what you really, really want to do.
What's gonna and what makes you feel joyful and excited and expansive? That's where you go. That's where you go. You go towards that vibration, right, of that freedom. And this is the thing, you have to again surrender how it's all going to work out. This is the thing, we can't control anything. We really can't, right? We can control our interpretation of things. We can control to an extent who we are and how and who we want to be, but anything beyond that we can. And even then, we're just creatures, we're humans, we're fallible, so things will work out in the end. It's like that line in Shakespeare in Love. I love that movie. I was obsessed with it for a while. And he says everything will turn out right in the end. If anyone's done theater, both Rose and I have, that's kind of how it is. Like, you never know how it's going to happen, but all of a sudden lights go on and magic happens, right? Because everyone brings all their energy to the set, and the audience is there, and bringing their energy and things like that. So follow your heart. There you go.
Hashtag life is a stage.
Life is a stage.
And you never know when you're going to die. So
there you go.
That's always a reference point for me too.
Take risks.
Well, would I want to die thinking I didn't take that risk? Maybe, maybe not.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for everyone who's already joined. If you didn't join us early on, this is Marita with the Path of Ish. I am also known as one who catches lightning.
My name is Rose. I'm with Love by Design, and this is Ice Cream Sundays. We do this every Sunday at 3 p.m. San Francisco time. And today I am offering a $38 special private reading. If you're interested, hashtag Libra Love. Hashtag Libra Love if you are interested, and we will reach out to you because it's my birthday on October 7th.
Homes that I've been leaning towards buying. My friends keep saying, why do you want to do that? Because it's a lot of work. And yes, I have let the universe take charge, and I'm going with them. Girl, just buy the home. Just do your thing. Don't listen to your.
When we got married, so many people, it was like half and half, but there was enough people that were like, why would you do that? Why would you get married after knowing somebody for long enough in their minds to get married? Why wouldn't you just move in? Why wouldn't you just date? Whatever. And I was like, look, here's the thing. What's the worst that could happen? I could have to get a divorce. I could, whatever, why do people get married over and over and over again? So I was like, I'm fine with doing it and taking this risk. I'm excited. It feels right. All the naysayers be damned. I don't care. This is my life.
People many times will give you advice based on their trauma.
Yeah, or their fears, or
their fears, their trauma, their reality, their stories, right? So make sure you're telling your story. Don't let anyone else write it for you. Okay, let's do this crystal clearing. Crystal Akin, chakra clearing. So we do have a list. We go check it twice. We do go in order, and then we do a final card and clearing for people. So it's but stay on. Even if we don't do individual ones, we as a collective build an energy container for people who are here and people who watch us later. So stay tuned. Okay, so let's do this. You done?
I have a song stuck in my head.
I can hear it. Oh, that's awesome. Lee Ann Mitchell, my husband married at 3 months after meeting, 34 years later. Hey! Whoop, whoop. Life goals. Whoop, whoop. Yeah.
I think we might have you beat.
Marita, yeah, that's awesome. They give advice based on their limitations. Yep, that's true, right? Everyone has their own story. Okay, so let's do this clearing. So, Crystal, I for some reason when I started just connecting to your energy with your permission, I got the song "Let It Go, Let It Go" in my head. You know, from what is it, Frozen? Mm-hmm. And your ice cream is not even just it's a raspado flavor. So raspado is shaved ice, right? So it's a different energy, right? It's a more crystalline energy happening than kind of a smooth ice cream energy or a sorbet, right? So it's not as mixed. You have the ice, right? Raspado, and then the flavor put on top. And the flavor that is putting on top is guava. Crazy flavor. This is for your throat chakra. I'm saying it's crazy because it just came in the last minute. So I was like, really, guava?
Oh, hey, it just guava. Like came in before you knew what you were saying.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. And then you're like, wait, what?
Who said guava?
Awkward.
So guava, what I love about this is like, okay, speaking of raspado, like I said, this is crystalline in nature. So the clearing that you're getting from your throat chakra, right, is almost kind of fine tuning a new song, a new way of being for you, your crystalline nature. If you've ever done Kabbalah or with the Tree of Life, that is really based on our crystalline nature, right? I don't know how much studies you've done of world religions and things like that. But this is talking about connecting to that. You have a human voice, you have a crystalline voice. And your crystalline voice is very exotic, actually. But for that to come through, for that flavor of guava, that richness, that that's, you have to let your other voice go. Your other voice is being informed by your fears, your expectations, your missed expectations of people and yourself. So that story, all of it, and we're in the time right now of where our greatest wounds are being really shown to us. We're in this time of Chiron. So whatever your greatest wound is, mind, safety, and security, it's being shown to you over and over in many, many ways. This is a time of huge, huge, huge clearing. Massive, massive energy all around world. I once in a while get texts from, other, people on the medicine path or, healers and stuff. They'll be like, hey, are you doing okay? It's crazy today. I'm like, yeah, whoa. And we watch out for each other, So this is saying we have to remove that old, right? Remove that old. And we're going to bring new crystalline ideas, stories, voices, right? That will connect you not just to your ancestors, right, on this earth, but to the stars above, right? And inform you of the Pleiades, inform you of, ¿cómo se dice? The one that Andromeda and all of that. So that's what's coming in. It's almost like this new song in a, like, I don't want to say alien vibration, but in the star vibration that's coming in for you. Rising up, that I meant to let it go. Yeah.
Chiron is Chiron.
Yeah.
Chiron.
Yeah.
Just Google it. Chiron. Yeah, check it out online. That's a longer conversation. We probably don't have time for right now. But it would be worth doing some research about what your Chiron is. It's the same thing. It's like something you can figure out based on your astrology chart. Okay, the flavor that I got for you and the energy that this flavor is bringing to you. The flavor that I got for you is actually beignet.
Ooh.
So that, like, you know, French Creole fried donut style. And definitely that powdered sugar, that dough, you know, it's just this flavor is bringing through support from your ancestors, and it's bringing through that mothering energy for you. It's really, I just got this immediate sense. I can't remember, I think it's actually from a television show, but I remember this French song, Fais dodo, and it's like this whole little lullaby that this mother sings to her child, telling her baby to go to sleep. And there's something about this energy for you right now, like just that, like having somebody loving and that you trust, that you know is going to just take care of you like a really amazing mother would, holding you and just rocking you just like this, just like holding you to their chest and rocking you. And that is what the energy of this particular flavor is bringing to you. It's bringing home, comfort, that mothering energy, that really the love of your ancestors, the love and support of your ancestors. And it's okay if you don't have a good relationship with your mom. It's okay if you don't have a positive opinion of your ancestors. This is not about that. This is not about, you know, who people were in life and whether these specific people in these roles in your life were there for you. This is about the kind of nurturing and love that is outside of the drama of sometimes that occurs in families in real life, right? Maybe you had an incredible mom, but I wanted to put that out there because I think, you know, I know mom child dynamics can be very triggering and challenging. So this is all about nurturing you and letting you know, like, you have this whole lineage, family history that right now they just have you and they're holding you and they're comforting you and they're loving you. Okay. This is for your second chakra. And that's it. That's all you need for that one.
Okay, disconnecting. Also, we do this for free, so all we ask is for you to share on your individual pages, share in your groups. Please get the word out there. Without you, we don't get that word out there, right?
It's true.
You know, if you don't help us, we don't get to
huge difference.
A huge difference. When people share, we get up to like 6,000 people, right? When people don't share, we're like at 600, right? So help us. You guys really help us.
Depending also if there's like a football game happening or things like that.
Yeah, all that stuff.
But really, you guys helping us share this, we reach different people that since then have stayed in contact and been a part of our community and a part of this show ongoing, which is really special.
Or we'll pop up out of the blue and be like, hey, you did a clearing for me 8 months ago.
Oh my God.
It changed my life.
Yeah.
I left that situation. I moved across the country and I'm happy. And I was like, whoa, what, you know? So it's
incredible.
It's really incredible, the work that is being done here. So please share, please care, please go to our individual sites, pages or business pages, Path of IX/EESH and Love by Design. Please like, please follow. We're in a competition to see who can get more likes. Anyways,
no, I think she's winning. And also, like I said, I am doing a $38 special for reading, private reading for the month of October. Hashtag Libra Love if you're interested. And those can be general readings, which we don't do on this show. So let me know, because I don't always put these out there. They're actually like maybe 2 or 3 times a year.
Okay. Tracy Dobbs. She wants a card.
Tracy.
Again, dealing with home. Should she move or stay?
Wow, this is a theme.
I know, today.
In our lives, too. Huh?
Yeah. Should I stay or should I go now? I know the cats are outside. I didn't even check on them. Nope, they're okay.
I was thinking about them a minute ago.
I was like,
I think they're okay. They've been chill, like most of the day, honestly. They've just been like
chilling,
sitting in their little spots. Wiki's been like laying under the apple tree, you know. They're okay. Every once in a while, Deanie will get really needy, and then when I come find her, she's like, pet me!
Yeah.
Pet me! I'm like, it's okay, little girl. You're fine.
Hi, Tracy. Good to have you back. Thanks so much for your follow. Okay, here we go. Wow. Okay. Well, Tracy, it seems like Spirit is throwing it back to you. Sedna, infinite supply. So this is the time, really. It says you are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So if you are afraid that you're, to move homes, that you're, why can't this? There we go. And you're holding back because you don't think that the supply will be there.
It's like, so.
There you go. I'm trying. I'm doing the best I can here. I'm not a professional card.
That's better.
Holding up to the computer thing. Okay. So there that is. So so that's what it's saying is like, if it's your fear that's keeping you from moving, don't let it keep you from moving. The need, the supply will be there for you. So again, it's asking kind of, what is it that you want? What is it that you really want? Kind of what we said with
this is amazing.
With some other people, as well. What is the true desire of your heart? Like Tara, what was her true desire? She was listening to people who are coming from their own stories, right? This whole of like, this is the way you should live. That's informed. That is an informed advice, right? And that's
what is informed advice? What do you mean?
It's informed by their past. It's informed by how they were, raised, right? You're supposed to live your life this way, right? There's generational shit there, right? So again, you're here not to live the life of that person, but to live your life. No one else's, right?
So, hilarious little addition at the end of this: move to a beach or island community.
Hey, there you go. Move to a beach.
So this is also specifically about, it's not just about infinite supply and trusting that the universe is going to take care of you. It's also about giving and receiving, and that there's this like equal flow in both directions, just like breathing in and out. I like something that it says here. Wait. If you only give, you'll feel drained. I think that's pretty familiar for everybody. But I love this. It says, if you only receive, you won't enjoy what you have. I think that's really interesting. If you're only ever receiving, you won't enjoy what you have. I wonder, does that ring true for you? It really, I think I appreciate that framing personally. And I would like to say that I echo what Marita said. This is about making a choice that is not based on a fear of, the net not appearing when you leap, right? Fear that you're not going to have enough. It's not going to work out. This is basically saying it's going to work out. Take the leap if you need to take the leap, and trust that it will happen, and just be in that balance of giving and receiving, and it's going to work out fine. So I'm guessing that would mean move, but
to a tropical location,
to a beach location. And it also said you might want to swim with dolphins, just in case. So I'd say, there's some really good kind of,
call us if you move to a beach with dolphins.
Call us if you move to an island destination, because we might be your neighbors. Cool.
Okay, Maritza, are you still here, my friend?
Maritza.
Suave, suavecita. No. Here she is. Yep. Okay. Okay, Maritza Moreno. Todo como yo. What is it? You're doing a card, right, Marita? Yeah, about her love. Yeah, I think it's a card. Marita, is it a card? I can't, it's not letting me sort up to the original, but I think it is. Okay, well, here, we got you some cards. See, she goes, see, okay. Sometimes, Marita, it's so funny. There's this person who does medicine journeys who moved into our neighborhood, and every time I see her, I want to speak Spanish to her, and she doesn't know Spanish at all, and I get really frustrated because I'm like, you should speak Spanish. I don't understand why you don't speak Spanish. Your soul speaks Spanish, so learn. So it's kind of funny. Some people I just start speaking in Spanish too.
She doesn't speak Spanish.
It's weird. It's so weird. I just don't.
She travels to a lot of Latin American countries.
I'm like, how do you not speak Spanish? Híjole. Anyways. Oh my goodness, Maritza. Look at what you got. So again, we're doing what is it? Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. Is it Ani? How do you pronounce this?
Anya.
Anya. Madre de Dios. Anya. There, look at that. What?
I think that's what yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Anya.
And this is leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. So
go, girl.
I know you're talking about love and whether it's in the future or now and how you prepare for this. This is really about, and I know you and I have had a lot of conversations about like, hey, I'm growing, I'm changing. That means my boundaries are changing, right? That's okay if your boundaries are changing. That's also okay, Marita, if you get into a relationship, your boundaries can change in that relationship, right? Rose is amazing, conscious creature and human being. And she checks in to make sure she's not, that my boundary hasn't changed on certain things. She's like, where are you at now? I'm like, I don't know. You know, I'm so used to having my boundaries usurped. And when I get into a romantic relationship, I kind of just like, I'm like, whatever, I let go of them. But that's not really what people want. People want decisions. They want a line so they know, so you can be free, so then they can be free, right? So it's amazing.
So true what you just said.
Yeah. So Marita, one of the things that's coming in with this card is it's okay to keep changing, even in a relationship, right? One day you can wake up and be like, oh my God, I love to have tea and toast every day. And then one day you wake up and I'm like, I'm done with that. I want guava, right? That's a different thing. You can change what you like.
Should
right?
I expect that sometime soon?
Probably not. And that doesn't mean, because there's this fear of rejection, right? If I change my boundaries or if I don't give everything, right? Can't give everything. You have to give it to yourself first. And to give to yourself first, you have to be responsible for your energy and your boundaries. As a light worker, even more so, it is your responsibility to keep your container, right? Strong, clear, clean, fluid, right? It doesn't matter anything else. You know, if I'm off balance, it affects everything around me. So that means I have to have good boundaries, right? Okay, did I wake up? Did I meditate? Do I this? If I don't have those boundaries and that discipline, things go crazy, right? And I spill over people emotionally and I do other, crazy things. So boundaries are your best friend.
Okay, so I want to be mindful of time, so I might speak a little bit quickly, but I wanted to share a quote with you that I just recently found that I absolutely love and I think connects to this topic. There's this woman, Carolyn Miss, MYSS, and she says, we are violating nature because we are violating ourselves.
I totally freaking believe that.
And that is like, when we talk about the work that I do as a relationship coach, that is like one of the deeper whys of why I do this work. When we shift our relationships with ourselves, we shift our relationships with others, we shift our relationships, right? It has this effect of shifting the way that we relate to the world, to our ability to numb down and do harm to other beings, to spaces, to plants, to everything, right? We're so used to having our boundaries violated. That's just the way that we live a lot of the time, even though like many people are getting better at it and it's different from different people. There is still this sort of perpetual boundary violation that happens, right? The difference between what feels okay for me internally and what I actually have to deal with and put up with. So I actually drew 2 cards for you. The Anya, and then Abundantia. So that's a Roman and Norse goddess, and you can see she's holding a cornucopia. There's money spelling out. She is all about like, the universe has got you. Go. Good things are coming to you. And then Anya. Leap of faith. So you have this combination of like, good things are coming and a leap of faith. The thing about Anya is that is not a sit and wait for things to happen card. That is about, if you want love in your life again, you are going to have to be taking action on it. That means putting yourself out there, finding communities where there are people that are of like enough mind or like enough way in some way that you are going to meet people that actually give you a chance of having anything like this, right? What are you laughing about?
She's like, both myself and my daughter-in-law dropped jaws when you said move to a beach because she's moving to a beach.
Hey, we might come visit you there because we are going to be in New Zealand at the end of November, early December. I remember looking at that beach. Anyway, back to Marita. Okay, Marita, if you want love in your life, you have to take action.
Yeah.
This card is basically like saying, look, yeah, that's in your future. Can't even freaking see it. That is in your future, but you have to do something to make it happen. This is like, we have this false belief that love just like is going to fall into our lap, and that's how it always happens. I can't tell you the number of times that as a love and relationship coach, I have heard people say, but I just want to have it happen organically. Well, great, fine. If that means you don't want to go on a dating site, fine, I get it. Dating sites are not for everybody, but happen organically, you might still have to put some effort into it. That's like a lie that Hollywood tells us, and it happens for some people, but it doesn't happen for everybody. So, if you want it, go get it. Put yourself in situations.
Also, the definition of madness is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. If you're going to the same places looking for love, don't be cray-cray. Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Try different waters.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
And sometimes it might take a minute to find, like, what is that place? But they're out there. Trust me.
Okay. So thank you, Marita. Always love having you. I got to text you after this. Anyways, we are winding down. We're actually beyond our time. We usually try to stop at 4.
We do, but soft ending.
Soft ending here. We do another show later on. It's more of a hard ending there. But this is the time of the show. We've gone through the individual ones, but this is the group, right? This is a group affirmations, acclamations. So in the comments, whether you got a reading or not, write in what you want to release.
Which is perfect. The new moon was yesterday.
New moon yesterday. So what are you releasing, right? Are you releasing fear? What kind of fear? Fear, are you releasing control? Why do you fear not having control? Because you fear of being abandoned or not loved. Boom, right? There you go. Safety, security, I wrote in what I'm releasing and what is it that you want to bring in? I want to bring in, being able to stand in my power, being able to stand in my truth, not being informed by other people's stories or their lack of story, right? So I'm going to stand in that and not be afraid of the retributions. I'm looking at myself as I'm saying this to remind me of this.
She can see herself. So even though it looks like she's looking at you, she's really looking in her own eyes being like,
this is what you're letting go of. Awesome. What are you letting go of? Calling in.
What am I letting go of? I am letting go of needing to know anything else before I take action on this next offering that I'm creating for the world. I don't need to be any more sure whether it's going to work or whether it's the perfect name or whatever. I just need to do it. I just need to get it out there because I actually think it's going to be really successful. That I'm letting go of my hesitation and procrastination around that. I am a procrastinator.
She's a procrastinator.
I have a lot of anxiety. If you don't know me well, you might not know. I deal with a great deal of anxiety in my life. I get very hung up. Like, oh, I'm frozen in this weird middle place. Like I'm moving through Jello. Did you say what you're calling in? I am calling in.
I did. I already did this.
You did?
Yeah.
I know you said letting go. I didn't know whether you said the calling in part. Okay. I was just asking. Why are you laughing?
I'm just laughing. Don't tell me. Okay, let's go. I'm
calling in. I'm calling in financial success of this offering that I am going to be putting out very soon because it's going to be really awesome. And I am calling in success in having a really big positive impact on my people in the world. and that ripples out to other people. That feels really so important to me in the work that I do. I don't care just about making money. I would like to make money to be able to pay my bills and my student loans and live an okay life that way. And, you know, bigger than that, but let's just start with that. And I would also very, very much like to have an amazing impact on all of you, or whoever those little seeds are around the world who are waiting to connect to me. I'm waiting to connect to you. That's what I'm calling in. Can't wait. Birthday month in countdown 1 to 2 days. I have no idea what date it is right now. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I was like, oh no, I already did. Okay.
oh no. Never mind. I'm doing way too much already.
Exactly.
I knew exactly what was going on in your head. I didn't get her birthday present. Wait a minute. No, I already feel like she owes me something. I'm doing so much for her.
Hey, Maggie Leon, you've been very persistent on your ask. I'm not going to do an intro card or clearing, but there's a lot of people with homes situations, and you're including one of them. And the message that we said to the others rings true for you. Follow what your heart is. If things are keeping you from your new life, right? If you're saying, am I going to get the money that I asked for my condo? If you have fear around that, you're not going to let that person who's going to buy that condo at that price that you need, right? Because you're like, I need to sell my condo because then now I need this amount to get this. Trust me, my mother lost her house, right? And she held on to a price point that was impossible to get for that house because it needed updating. But that was the price that like the bank needed, right? So she was going to lose it anyways. She put up a good fight, you know? And it was not her fault at all. That's another story. But so many people think that there's just two ways. There's just one a fork in the road. There's multiple ways. And I'm learning that every day. Expand your mind, right? If you need to sell your condo, it's not selling. Maybe you can rent it out. Maybe there's a different way to think about it, right? There's multiple realities. We don't have to be confined to just choice A and B. I liked D, all of the above, all the time. You know, that's my life. I don't like choosing. I'm like, I want it all. I want it now. Woo, right? So one of the things that's coming in for you, my friend Maggie, is there's more. There's more to this decision and more possibility than what you're thinking it can be. Okay, and you will be held in good space. So be patient, and this situation is being asked of you to expand your mind. Okay.
Oh my good Lord. Okay.
So she pulled the card. I'm going to start doing the clearing in the back.
Oh God. Oh my Lord have mercy. Okay. Woo! Okay, the card for the group. Thank you guys all so much for joining us today. The card for the group today is Coventina. And it's all about purification. And it says it's time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and your mind. So here's the deal. I was just listening to somebody that Marita works with, Melissa Habibi. She was talking the other day on a live.
I call her the crystal cupcake lady.
Yeah, she's very, her stuff's amazing. She's very, and she knows what she's talking about. She's solid, you know.
She's so good.
Very confident.
So amazing.
Like her stuff. So she was talking the other day in her group on a live about how this is a week where there's a lot of intense heaviness, or maybe not heaviness, but very intense emotions and stories. And the energy is, because Chiron is so close, we are having a lot of stuff come up where we are questioning our path, and our ego has to be cleansed and purified and like flushed, basically. And so one of the things she suggested was actually the physical process of purification through water, as often, as frequent as possible. You know, so take 2 showers a day, as long as you're not harming the environment by doing it. You know, take 2-minute showers twice a day, right? Take a bath, go swim in the ocean, swim in a lake, just wash your hands very mindfully, you know, splash your face. Really take time for purification. These can be things you're already doing throughout your day. Maybe when you brush your teeth in the morning, just think about that is water. That's water that you're using. It's not just like different because it's coming out of a tap. That is still sacred water that is coming from this planet, from the rain, from, you know, it may have been processed through a plant or not. It may be straight from the spring wherever you live. But take the opportunity to reconnect to your own purification and guiding practices. And that has come up in several conversations that I've had separate from that live with Marita, with my other friend Anna, when we were talking about her business and what direction she wants to take it, is reconnect to the things that help you. The advice that you give to other people, you need to take that advice for yourself right now. You need to do all those things. And connecting to water is a really important one. So that is the card for the group. Did you
Flav is pina colada.
Do you like pina coladas?
Getting caught in the rain. I thought it was Lost, but whatever. I don't know these songs. Anyways,
love after midnight.
So pina coladas have rum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So one of the things that came up with this, and it's not just a pineapple and how, you know, pineapples grow and how they're actually they're both masculine and feminine, the pineapple tree and stuff like, well, bush, whatever.
Tree, bush,
whatever it is. Well, the palm tree is. But so what's coming in through for this is the whole idea of rum, and I'm not telling people to go out and drink and stuff like that, but it's treasure. Are you treasuring your moments? Pina colada, getting lost, you know, getting caught in the rain. Are you just so busy, you know, chasing the dream or chasing the treasure that you're actually not living in the treasure? Are you
just talking about this today with somebody?
Are you not looking around because you're like, I got to go to point A to point B? You know, I was talking to this pilot today and he's like, oh man, people get so upset. I'm like, oh, it's so complicated. Shouldn't you just be happy that we're living in a modern age where you can fly? I mean, what is that? I mean, I wanted to be a pilot when I was growing up. I get to fly almost every week. That's wow. People would be like, oh, that's too much. Or, oh, that's exciting. This is the thing. It's about the journey. And I have to remind this about myself all the time. It's about the journey, right? And so many times we're so focused on that destination. And we get there, we're like, okay, where are we going next? Or what are we doing next? It's not enough for us, right? Because we're so used to, and we've created this culture of consumerism and things on demand that we think we should get what we want all the time. And when we don't get it, we get angry and we get frustrated. And what we're not realizing is we're not here. We're not living. We're just buying and bypassing. So pina colada is saying you are missing the treasure around you. Look to your right, look to your left, look up, look down. The sky, nature, wow, fuck. The fact that there's humans on a planet, right? Nature, amazing, right? No matter all the things that are happening, no matter the sixth mass extinction of beings right now, right? There's still treasure. Treasure yourself, treasure your days, treasure the people in your life, treasure the elements, right? Treasure water, connect with water, talk to water. I was talking to some trees today on a boulevard. I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing? They're like, hey, I'm busy. You know, I'm busy. I was like, okay, fine. But treasure.
They're like, I'm directing traffic.
I know. I know. I was like, okay. But I'm like, you look good though. They're like, okay, thanks. Right. This is my life. Anyway. So connect. Make sure you're connecting. Don't miss the treasure because living is now, not tomorrow, not back there. Now. Okay.
Quote, Marita Esteva.
Yeah. El Chosen One.
El Chosen One.
Someone called me El Chosen One the other day. I got to make t-shirts.
All right,
okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, and all of those folks who might not identify as either, I love you all. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for participating in clearing some old stuff out and inviting some new things in. And we will see you next week on Ice Cream Sunday, 3 p.m. San Francisco time. Like our pages, join the group, and you will know when we're going live. And then you can get on right at the beginning and get a free reading or clearing, if you didn't today. Plus, just a reminder, hashtag Libra Love if you are interested in a $38 special reading that I'm doing for the month of October. And I'm going to do a limited number. I haven't decided how many, but it's not going to be like endless. So hashtag Libra
8.
love. Only 8. I haven't decided why 8. Oh, because 38.
Or do 3 plus 8. What's that? 11. Who knows? We're just vamping here. Anyways,
the point is hashtag Libra love. And I can tell you, after doing some private readings for people recently, these are amazing. Like, people are just like, they get chills, they cry, like,
in a good way.
Yeah, like, oh my God, it totally confirmed and like also gave me that extra bit that I needed to hear to get me going, right? To be going on the path that I'm supposed to be on. I love that stuff. So hashtag Libra love. And until we see you next week, don't forget, live your life
to the sweetest.
Bye.
Mahalo. Aloha. Bye-bye.
If you like pina colada.